Every week I talk with people moving to Cleveland who tell me the same exact thing. They love their home, but they wish they'd chosen differently. And it's not that the suburb is bad, it's that the rhythm of life doesn't fit who they are. So today, let's talk about that. Where people regret moving in Cleveland and what those stories can teach you before you make the same mistake. I'm Wesley and I work with people relocating to Northeast Ohio every single week. This channel exists to help you figure out what it's really like to live, work, and build a life here. So if you're planning a move, hit subscribe, and when you're ready, reach out. My contact info is in the description below, and I'll help you find the neighborhood that actually fits your life and not just your budget. So let's start here. People don't regret moving to Cleveland. They regret choosing a place that doesn't line up with how they live. Regret rarely comes from the wrong house. It really comes from the wrong rhythm. The biggest one I hear about is commute and daily flow. So picture that someone falls in love with a house in Solon, but they work in Westlake, or they buy an Avon and commute downtown every day. Now on paper, that looks completely fine, 30, 40 minutes. But when you add traffic, weather, school drop-offs, errands, that drives really starts to shape your week. And what felt like a dream home becomes the reason that they're exhausted. It's not a bad suburb, it's just the wrong distance for their lifestyle. Now, another big regret comes from over-prioritizing schools while overlooking how they actually want to live. Families sometimes chase test scores so hard they end up in a neighborhood that doesn't fit their pace. Right? The schools are great, but it's too quiet. There's no sense of community, or it's too far from family or church or the people they love spending time with. They got what they wanted academically, but not emotionally. Now on the flip side, some people choose what looks fun and vibrant. So places like Lakewood, Tremont, or Ohio City, and then they later realize that the noise, the parking, or the density just don't fit their long-term needs. What they wanted was walkability, but they forgot that walkability comes with activity, nightlife, and sometimes neighbors who don't ever seem to sleep. Again, it's not wrong, it's just a mismatch. Another pattern I see is instead of following fit, you follow lists. So you Google best suburbs in Cleveland, and the same 5 names or so show up. It could be Lakewood, Rocky River, Westlake, Solon, Chagrin Falls. All of those are incredible for the right person, but they're not the best for everyone. Right? One family might love the quiet streets of Bay Village, while another feels completely isolated there after 2 months. Someone might love the space in Strongsville, but later they're going to realize that the commute eats too much of their day. The problem is not that the internet lied. It's that no list can possibly know your rhythm. And that's what most regrets come down to. It's just misalignment. The daily rhythm of the neighborhood doesn't match the daily rhythm of your life. Now, some people crave walkability and connection. Others crave quiet and personal space. Some want older homes with character. Others want new builds with convenience. And when those things don't line up, that's when regret starts to sneak in. Well, let me give you an example. I worked with a couple who bought in a popular West Side suburb a few years ago. Criteria were good schools, close proximity to work. But what they really valued was community. They wanted neighbors who gather together, kids who play outside, people that wave hello. They found themselves surrounded by beautiful homes and busy people, but no one ever stopped to talk. Well, 6 months later, they realized the neighborhood looked perfect, but it really felt empty. So they sold, moved to a slightly older area with more families outside in the evenings, and they've never looked back. The difference wasn't the zip code, it was alignment. That's why I always say, start with rhythm and not with real estate. When you picture your ideal week, what does it actually look like? Do you want to be able to walk to a coffee shop, or do you prefer a quiet cul-de-sac? Do you like a little energy around you, or do you want stillness at the end of a long day? Are you okay with a longer commute if it means more space, or do you want quick access to everything? Now, those questions matter way more than any top 10 suburbs list that you'll find online. Listen, it's because Cleveland isn't a one-size-fits-all city. It's this patchwork of communities, and each of them have their own rhythm. The West Side offers balance and accessibility. The East Side leans toward legacy and tradition. The South offers space and simplicity. And there's no wrong answer. There's just what fits you. So if you're planning a move to Cleveland, the smartest thing you can do is slow down and ask better questions. Not where are the best schools or where are the newest homes, but ask, like, what kind of life do I actually want to build? And when you start there, you'll find a suburb that fits for the long haul. The reality is, in the end, the people who regret their move didn't make a bad choice. They just made a rushed one. They chose quickly instead of intentionally. And listen, Cleveland rewards intentionality. It's a city that's built on roots, loyalty, community, and if you can match that energy, you'll love it here. If this helped you think differently about where to live, subscribe for more Cleveland insights. And when you're ready to start your move, use the link below to schedule a free exploratory call. I'll help you find the area that fits your lifestyle, your commute, and your long-term goals. And before you go, check out my last video titled Where Locals Actually Live in Cleveland, Ohio. It'll help you see how locals choose their neighborhoods and why their choices can help guide yours.